What's up, guys? So I just got watching Barbie, and this is a movie starring Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, and then this will be my quick reaction and review for the film. And now, just to go in this film, and with the way that this movie is set up, especially with the atmosphere of Barbie Land, and even with the entire movie itself, I thought it was really good. It was like a feel good story, and this is definitely a movie to enjoy. And even so I feel like with this movie, it definitely like sends like important messages, especially towards women, and throughout the whole movie, it definitely says that stuff. And like even from like the set photos to the actual marketing of this film, with the teasers and with the trailers and everything, and they really succeed my expectations. And as for going in this movie, I thought it was like a genuine, entertaining, good time. And now, with the purpose of this film is with Barbie and Ken, is that they're having a good time in Barbie Land, with a Barbie that like has like all the exact same things, especially in a world, and realize that like she can go into the real world and do all this stuff and discover of who she is. And now it's essentially with the movie's theme, and especially with its messages, especially towards women. And I feel like this is a movie that is probably gonna be like aimed like towards like kids, especially for teens as well. And like even like in this movie, it's based on the doll Barbie, and even with the origin story of it, and even like I thought that the whole movie like definitely does that. And even with Barbie Land, and even with a girl that definitely crushes, and like even for that want to set this movie, it was really good. It was definitely entertaining, and plus it was definitely so good. And now I wanted to talk about Margot Robbie, and now even with her performance as Barbie, and it's like she like succeeded my expectations. Like she delivered such a good performance, especially as like as a character, and even with this movie that's like based on the doll, and like even with Margot Robbie on how she truly delivers on the character. I mean, like she gives a fantastic performance, and even with Ryan Gosling in this film, like he like truly delivered as Ken, and even delivering that Ken energy, and like even with like musical sequences, and even with Ryan Gosling's singing voice. I think as we previously saw in La La Land with Emma Stone, but even when like Ken as a little musical sequence, I mean Ryan Gosling has like an awesome singing voice, especially with like all the other Barbies and Kens. They like kill it, and that also, especially with Simu Liu, Ben Kingsley Adair, who we previously saw in Secret Invasion. But like with all the other Kens and Barbies, they like truly crushed their roles. And now, even throughout the film, it really does send like important messages towards women, especially for who they want to be. And even with the atmosphere of Barbie Land, it is really well done. And like, even like I thought, even from the start of the film, it introduces like the origin story of Barbie and who she is in the Barbie world. And even when like it introduces Barbie in this film, it is really good. And even though with that, so like I thought like I was definitely entertained. I was definitely not bored. It is incredibly fast paced, and even like there are some like wacky parts to it. But even with the jokes that are in this one, I mean I kind of like how many times I could not stop laughing. Like there's some parts in this movie that I was genuinely like laughing like so much, and there's some like good jokes. Sometimes like they're like not so good jokes as well that like landing here. But even when it was, so there's definitely so good comedy, and it was just like a feel good story, especially as this is a movie that like everyone needs. And I feel like this is like like a feel good story to me. And like even like I thought the movie that there are some silent parts, but even towards the end of the film, it's something good to get people in emotions. Even with the real world stuff and the elements that are combined, and it definitely feels like very different and mature. And with a Barbie and Ken that are entry, it just feels like that's some feel good elements, especially with the rollerblading sequence. And I just really love it, and the way that Barbie and Ken interact with other people, especially in the real world. and even with the character interactions in this movie, it is really well done, especially with the Barbies and the Kens, and like even especially with Barbie and Ken, Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, like, their chemistry on screen is like so well done, and even with the parts where I cannot stop laughing, and the jokes in this movie, they were told really good, and even I just love the character interactions, and with the way that this movie like had like so much good comedy to it, and even though I just love the way that the characters interacted together. Especially as I love the music in this film, I thought it was really good, especially with the song that was marketed for this film. It was Dua Lipa's "Dance of the Night," and like that song is like a total banger. I enjoyed that song so much, and like even like I enjoyed my viewing experience with this film. Like even as I saw this in the theater, and with the people that were definitely adjusting the part, and even with the theme of this movie, I felt like going in this film, like people were like definitely adjusting the part for this film, which I totally enjoy and truly admire, as we were waiting for this film for so long, and this is a movie that I really did enjoy in the theater. Even with Will Ferrell in this film, like he definitely crushed it, especially as we see him in other titles like Elf and all those other things. He truly fits up perfectly in the role, and even though with him being the person that's like after Barbie, and like with Barbie trying to get back to Barbie Land, and even with Mattel headquarters, and even with the real world, and even with everything and that was going on in that, and even with those parts, and that were definitely good to enjoy, especially with Barbie who enters the real world. I thought it was generally good, and sometimes it was a bit solid as well. And now, just with my overall thoughts on the film, this was a really good movie to enjoy, and even with Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling, they definitely crushed it as Barbie and Ken, and they definitely crushed the roles, especially as I love the Ryan Gosling in this film. He truly delivered, especially with his singing voice, and like even just with the movie itself, and with the movie that it wanted to be, it was just like so good, and like, as I said, it sends important messages, and even I thought the whole movie, especially with there's like mature parts in it, but otherwise it was just like a feel good story, and it's something. And this is like a movie that not everyone needs. Like even though, but I thought it was a really good, solid watch, and I just really enjoyed it for what it was. And yeah, with my closing thoughts, like that, this was a really good movie to enjoy, especially as I love Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling as both the Barbie and Ken, and they both crushed it, especially with the other Barbies and Kens, that they like on the roles, and they play the part perfectly, especially with Greta Gerwig's direction, and even with bringing Barbie Land to life, it was definitely awesome. I really enjoyed Barbie Land, and even with the atmosphere, and with the theme with this movie, and with the way that this movie wanted to be, and like, when I saw, I thought it was entertaining, a good watch, and I hope everyone else enjoys it as well. I think with this movie, it would definitely require multiple viewings. But overall, I really enjoy this movie, and I hope everyone does as well. And so that is going to be it for this video. And let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Are you excited for Barbie, or if you've already seen the movie, and give me a rating to 1 out of 10, give this video a like, and subscribe and turn on notifications for future videos. And you also follow my socials, which are linked down below. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.